The difference between dating a European girl versus dating an American girl. Here's my hot take. European girls are very tidy. They're very home-like. They are absolutely great housewives. They've been trained to take care of a man in a very traditional sense. American girls are more social, more outgoing. They tend to be a little more amicable. Naturally, this is a stereotype, but they are not nearly as clean. They are, on average, not nearly as good at cooking and taking care of a man. But again, this is just from my experience and my opinion. I think American girls are more risque. They dress more liberally. I think that Europeans have a lot more cultural acceptance for nudity. For example, you go to a sauna in Austria. I remember the first time I went to a sauna, I was 20 years old in Austria on a family vacation, and I was with my mom and dad, and we walk into a sauna full of naked people, and I didn't know what to think of it. But after we had been there for a week, I realized that there was nothing sexual about it. It was pure acceptance of the human body. And I think Europeans in general accept the human body in a way that Americans don't. And I think there's a phobia of how we treat the human body in America. And I think that's just a massive cultural difference. We've been waspy for the last 100 years, and I think there is starting to be a change to that. But the irony of that, or I guess the paradox, is that you go out on the streets in Miami and you look at how girls dress versus the streets of Paris, and I promise you the women in Miami are dressed with a lot less clothes on than the streets of Miami. But if you went to a beach in the south of France, in the French Riviera, you would see naked women. But if you go to the beach in Miami, you would not see naked women.